Like it, it's fine.
Hey!
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to the Green Onions podcast.
We needed like a shock warning. Came in
This is your
out
girl.
of the gate.
This is your girl, Common Sense Girl.
And I'm Noah.
This is where we throw out some nonsense.
A whole lot of sense.
Or some sense.
Wait. All right.
Wait, we are rusty, but it's all good. But thank you guys for joining us for another special edition.
Another episode.
Yes, another episode.
Another week around the sun.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to 2025, y'all.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that happened.
It sure did.
Yeah, everybody welcome. I hope you're bringing in the new year like you should. How is that?
Sticking to your resolutions. And No, they're not sticking to their resolutions.
I mean, they can if they want to, depending on the resolution.
Well, you know what? Bump a resolution. I'm going to call it a lifestyle change because that's what people need to do.
Yeah.
A resolution, like, people don't stick to that crap.
Also, there are so many messed up people in the world. Like, what do you think Ted Bundy's New Year's resolution was? I think he needed to be told you probably should change. Like, I don't think you should have a New Year's resolution.
No, let's do a lifestyle change. Yeah. Yes.
So just get better. Consistent growth. Every day is a New Year's resolution.
Yes.
Or a new year. And then come up with the resolution.
Let's just be 1% better than we were yesterday. How about that?
That's fine.
We
can roll with that.
Yeah. How was your week, Noah?
It was good. I had a really good week, actually.
Okay.
I've been doing the sober January. So...
Okay.
Feeling really good on week 2.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's a learning process, one day at a time. Just figuring out stuff about myself. Having dreams again. Getting in touch with my subconscious.
Awesome.
In a way that I didn't know I still had a subconscious. And yeah, it's just it's a learning process.
Okay. What'd you do for New Year's?
Nothing I want to divulge. On a podcast.
Oh, Lord.
Well, not really. It was just, it was like that moment when you realize you're 25 and it was a quarter life crisis. And I literally, I think, just shut down for 3 days. And that's what promoted me to be like, I got to switch something up. Hence the initial conversation of talking about how let's treat one day at a time. New Year's resolution is broad, and that's why I think people quit them. If we just make it minute or smaller, I think it's easily controlled and easier to manage mentally than stretching it out as far as a whole year. And we know that because we work at a place where people with New Year's resolutions drop like flies.
Yes.
But I also love January because it is a time where everybody does have that energy and there's that hope in the air. And that is a beautiful thing. So...
It is.
What about you? How was your stuff?
New Year's was great. You know, I got a new, she's not a new addition. She's been around, but my niece moved in, the Ducky. Yay. Woo! She's starting college here in our lovely home state. And, so I had both of the spoiled girls and it's interesting.
And you yourself are kind of the same way.
Yeah, let's be realistic. I am. You know, so having 3 of us
being realistic, I thought we were just being realistic, me stating that. That's crazy that you had to validate it to yourself.
Yeah, no. When I hear them both speak, I'm like, ugh, what are we doing? Another one of me? You're welcome, world.
You were telling me about Yami and how she's like just sassy as all get out.
I know. She turned 5 and literally it just boop. She just, yeah.
Oh, another thing with the sobriety thing, it's like I'm candles and shit. Like I got a ton of like incense. I've like found this newfound respect for lotions and like candles and like self-care.
So he's going to be Bath and Body Works meets Yankee Candle.
Yankee Candle. I bought soap today that Anna flamed me for.
I didn't flame him for, but people of color, y'all know we are some cocoa butter, shea coconut kind of people. That's our jam.
Yeah. And that's what I got. Suave.
Yes.
And it was also like the first thing that stuck out to me. It smells really good.
It does.
So we'll just roll with it. That's the plan.
You start using cocoa butter, it's over, Rover.
It's over.
It's over.
Well, we do have like a intro reading, don't we?
Yes,
like
we do have an intro reading. And, we'll kick it off this next 3 months until March, end of March, with our financial series. We're going to be throwing out some good tips. And I also have a challenge for the audience as well that I'll be doing as well. So, yay. No,
I won't be as...
He will.
I will learn, Anna knowing a little bit more financially, walking us through the series. I'll be I'll be in the place of the listener also, because I will be learning with everyone listening that is also not as savvy financially as maybe Common Sense Girl is. So I'm excited for it. That's going to be a fun thing.
Yes. Yeah. We're going to get our money right. We all going to grow our wealth and health.
Heck yeah.
But on this beautiful day of January 17th, thank the Lord we made it, I will be reading out of the Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman. It's called Reboot the Real Work. I am your teacher, and you are learning in my school. My aim is to bring you to completion, unhindered, free from compulsive behavior, unrestrained, without shame, free, flourishing, and happy, looking to God in things great and small. Your aim is to learn and diligently practice all these things. Why then don't you complete the work? If you have the right aim, and I have both the right aim and right preparation. What is missing? The work is quite feasible and is the only thing in our power. Let go of the past. We must only begin. Believe me, and you will see. Epictetus from his book Disclosures. Do you remember in school or early in your life being afraid to try something because you feared you might fail at it? Most teenagers choose to fool around rather than exert themselves. Half-hearted, lazy effort gives them a ready-made excuse. It doesn't matter. I wasn't even trying. As we get older, failure is not so inconsequential anymore. What's at stake is not some arbitrary grade or intramural sports trophy, but the quality of your life and your ability to deal with the world around you. Don't let that intimidate you, though. You have the best teachers in the world, the wisest philosophers who ever lived. And not only are you capable, the professor is asking for something very simple. Just begin the work. The rest follows.
Awesome. No, we obviously have like a little powwow before we start this podcast, and it was really cool. Part of the initial powwow, along with therapy, is reading and figuring out what segments of these, the Book of Awakening and the Daily Stoic, we open with and close with. And it was cool because we both read through them, and Anna just repeatedly said 2 or 3 times, she's like, these both have to deal with you. And it was kind of in a joking sense. And yeah, just with, I think it pertains to everybody though, that aspect of anything's daunting if you make it so. As opposed to just doing the work and it'll pay off. And it is a weird thing he brings up about how, like the intramural stuff, you go from getting very tangible. I think this is a hard switch for me as becoming more of an adult. You get like a very tangible thing. Like you get, as a kid, it's like, oh, I do something good and I get this tangible validation. People patting you on the back all the time. Wow, you're so good at this, XYZ. And then as you become an adult and everything gets harder progressively, it's like, oh, nobody is giving me any validation. So that's when you have to find it within yourself to put the work forward, for nothing physical, but just becoming a better human. So
yeah,
that's it.
Okay.
I just
He was like,
that was my thoughts on it. I don't know.
Yeah, ditto to all of that.
Ditto.
It's kind of crazy because you said everything that I wanted to say, and then I was like, okay, now what do I say?
Yeah, we didn't have a powwow about the after.
No.
We have a powwow about the reading, and then we kind of free ball everything else.
Yeah, I was like,
We need a free ball counter on the podcast. I feel like I say that more than anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's always my go-to
Free
phrase for stuff. I just be free balling
it.
You know,
be free
throw it
balling.
out.
That's
Jameer,
the best.
Jameer Nelson, you know.
I think that's the basketball
Yeah,
mentality
probably.
of you.
I hope nobody was free balling when I played basketball. Jeez.
You never know.
Let's avoid that.
But that also has to do with, I feel like, with the whole lifestyle change. Some people want to call it resolutions. I'll let you have it. If you just start, that's all it takes. We tell people this where we work at. Walking through the door is the hardest part.
Exactly.
After that, man, it gets a little simpler.
Yeah.
Each and every time. So whatever your lifestyle change is you're doing in 2025, just start it. You may hate it.
And keep it up. Like,
And me and no meat.
I've been, every morning, I've been sleeping in my bed as of late. Which, crazy, right? But I've been sleeping on the couch for a while. And, like, part of the, like, flipping my brain on to, like, okay, I'm sleeping in bed, I'm making my bed, and I have a journal by my bed. So every morning I wake up, and I fill up a page, and it's gibberish. It may not be anything coherent, but by the end of it, like the last couple sentences, I'm focusing on something that I want to focus on that day. Mm-hmm. And it's hit a point where, like, I wake up and I really don't want to write in that page. Like, I'm really kind of like, But I have been forcing myself to do it. Not only is my handwriting getting better, but it's just a good practice. It's thought process wise. The humdrum of getting lost in time is always a constant, and it's always going to be moving. Mm-hmm. But you can categorize that time. And that as a thought to me is really comforting, because time is always going to be time and it's always going to be going. But if I can make it centralized, or like one day at a time, it's a comforting feeling that no time is ever being wasted. And I feel if you get caught up in bad habits and that kind of thing, you feel like, or I felt like I was being kind of swept away by time, mm-hmm. as opposed to wanting to take that step forward and being able to control it. So, yeah. Which the journaling thing is fun. I don't hate it. It's just,
I love journaling.
it takes like 25 minutes every morning.
I have journals everywhere.
But I like it because, you know, morning brain, where it's like nothing else really matters. And there's this like, you're foggy. And so like whatever I'm putting on that page is like maybe not me necessarily thinking it, but I'm like, it's bodily. It's like flowing through my hand, and then it just happens. And it's pretty cool. The stuff comes out that I wouldn't naturally think at the prime time of the day when I'm locked into whatever I'm doing. Morning brain's cool.
Interesting.
I used to hate waking up. Like, drinking a pint of vodka every night.
I have morning fog.
Drinking a pint of vodka every night. Do that for a year and then stop and then tell me you don't enjoy waking up in the morning. I feel like a new human every morning.
You're like, ooh.
Whoa. Praying too? That's been new.
You get up and you're like, a whole new world.
Yeah, and back to the time thing, it's like, the reason that kind of motivated me to flip, I know I'm talking a lot about this, but who really cares? The thing that made the flip for me is I felt relationships starting to be like strained by how much I was focusing on making myself like feel better, quote unquote, which I wasn't actually. It was just like a coping mechanism. Through that and the new time I have and what now I'm able to invest my time in. And you remember I used to never pick up the phone.
This is true.
Like even Kaysen, even people I like genuinely care for deeply, I wouldn't pick up the phone. And now,
yeah, you call me twice in one day.
Jack, happy birthday, Jack.
Yay, Jack. Woo-hoo.
He called me today, and it's just like this, the gratitude. I think I'm grateful that, the time, like, I'm grateful for time, and I'm appreciative of how I'm using it to give back to the people I genuinely care for. If that makes any sense at all.
It does.
Okay, cool. I love how I have to do like a checkpoint with you. Like, am I rambling too much, Anna?
No, you are good.
This is more of a deep one. I like how the tones of ours sometimes like teeter. It's like a metronome.
It's a metronome.
We can either be joking the whole time, like Rocky and the polar bear, or this is
the polar bear.
I think we got all the jokes out like before in the phone calls, honestly. We still have jokes though. Come
on. Really quick audience, we have new merchandise that we will be putting up on our handy dandy Instagram.
We do?
In the next month and a half. We got a new designer / producer /
Jarvis
assistant / we don't even know. But
just a caring individual.
Yeah.
That is an AI and not an individual at all. Just kidding.
I'm like, Cluck Cluck is a real person.
They're actually sitting in the studio right now.
I was like, Cluck Cluck's
shaking their head.
Like, I am what?
I'm sorry. I watched the movie Megan recently, so.
Oh my gosh, finally?
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay.
It's kind of funny. I honestly thought it was a comedy for the first 45 minutes.
Oh. It's a cute movie.
You know what? Wait, I'm talking about the horror movie.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, to me, I don't consider it horror because
I
really like
comedy.
real life horror. Like,
yeah. They're making another Conjuring, too.
Yes, I know.
Superman. They're coming out with a new one. Did you know that?
Oh, God. Then we need to stop.
I'm excited for that. Ballerina, which is the John Wick spinoff.
Mm-hmm.
Excited for that. I don't know. New Year's bring new things.
It always does, though.
Actually, screw it, I said. I hope everybody keeps their resolutions.
Lifestyle changes. Their lifestyle changes.
No. No, I'm joking.
No one ever keeps a resolution.
I love how I just backtrack on everything I just said.
Like, no. What's your superpower?
If I was going to have one?
I think you have one, but what do you think your superpower is?
Flying.
Okay, now that you don't do. But
no,
it's cool.
Oh, is it not a hypothetical? It was like an actual superpower?
It could be either or.
My superpower is probably. That's gonna make me sound like an asshole.
Oh God.
I was gonna say empathy, but I'm gonna dial myself back because I'm not that cocky.
Oh, you do got a lot. You do got a lot of empathy.
Too much.
You do. And
but
I have like none.
Probably social awareness. I can tell when I'm not wanted in a room or a situation. I'm not good at leaving that situation, but I can tell.
Oh.
Like social awareness there, I know I'm not wanted probably, but like I have an anti-power of getting out of whatever situation. So I just have to be there awkwardly knowing that I am not wanted.
Oh, no, I'm going to be there. You're going to know I am there.
Or I'll just disappear.
And even if you don't want to acknowledge me, not only am I there, but hell, I helped, you know?
Rub it in their face?
Yeah.
You are a rub it in your face. My sister's like that too.
Yeah, I will.
It's awesome. That's one ability that like Unapologetically you.
Yeah, sure is. But I think my superpower is discernment and wisdom.
I was worried I was sounding cocky.
Well, no, like literally, I think my siblings can safely say, or my family could safely say, I have always had that, like my whole life. Like I am not the oldest. I'm like damn near almost the youngest of us kids. And my nickname is Kick Mama for a reason. Like there is a reason for it.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand it, but I kind of realized like I always give this like auntie advice constantly.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I think that's a reason we, well, I mean, we talked about it the other day, the aspect of communication, where we're at too.
Yeah.
That a lot of people will smile to your face, talk behind your back.
Then backstab us.
Exactly. And I think growing up in situations we probably grew up in and not wanting to repeat the pattern of feeling what that's like and not wanting to put that on other people. It's very like, I will tell you and you'll be like, that's not what it is. And I believe you. And it's the same with you. If you tell me something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Communication is key.
Good communication. Some
Write
people
that down.
communicate.
Communication is key. Has anybody said that before? She's actually writing
Yeah,
it down.
actually
Holy
someone
crap.
has. I'm really sure it's a quote somewhere.
It is a quote. Anna, I'm joking with you. That's like one of the... It's like she wrote it down.
I sure am going to write it. He likes to tell me to write it down. I write everything. I love to write. Like, I am just absolutely ecstatic that you are journaling.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, the first thing you said was there's songs in there or something like that.
There could be.
There probably.
I mean, you're an artist, so
I actually was like looking at them, and there are certain lines I was like, I think Ryan. I think I was telling somebody about it, and Ryan sent me a thing that just was really prevalent because I had an album drop on Apple Music without even knowing that I had released it because I put it out in September of last year to like drop in January. And
oh wow.
I did it because I knew those songs would never see the light of day if I didn't do it with enough time in advance before knowing I was going to forget about it. But it's only on Apple Music, which is weird. But Ryan, like, he listened to it and he texted me this really cool thing. Let me find the line. His wife had said it. You hear all the familiar things people say and don't let them ruin your day. Mm-hmm. And that is, I think, is like the aspect of energy attraction wise. If you walk out in a bad mood, you're going to hear the bad stuff. If you walk out in a good mood and trying to attract positive energy and emitting positive energy, you're going to hear the right stuff.
Yeah, I agree. It's like you are what you eat.
You are what you eat. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And don't poop where you sleep.
Mm-mm. And don't get your honeys where you make your money.
And don't...
No, it's probably thinking about that.
And moving on.
He's like, oh, wow. Okay.
Don't bark in a cat park.
Well,
I don't know what that means. Actually,
I kind of.
Let's just move on. That I think rest. Let's leave that to rest. And are we doing?
Yeah. So
we're moving. We're chugging right along.
Yeah, like we talked about it last year.
It's like riding a bike, like a tricycle.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I thought it was a one-wheel bike, but
a unicycle.
Yeah.
What about a mountain bike? Can we do a mountain bike?
Okay, we can do a mountain bike. So last year, Noah and I had talked to you guys about, we are starting to rework our structure, what we do here at the Green Onions podcast. So we're trying out this new thing. And every quarter, which some of y'all, if y'all don't know, it's every 3 months.
See, I'm with y'all on this. I just sit here and I talk. She tells me what to do. And I just sit here.
Dang, I seem like constantly bossy.
I light incense. I try to bring some spiritual aspect to this. I get food, and I just sit here.
That's what Noah does.
That's it. That's the extent. I'm a glorified incense lighter.
He creates the feng shui.
The feng shui.
But in this first lovely 3 months of the year of 2025, we're going to kick off a financial series. And I'm going to, I have some tips for us to get started on a budget.
I have a book. That's what that is. I just pointed at a budget book. Okay, I'll show it to you after.
Okay, good. Great. I have a budget book too. Great. We're on the same page
I wasn't
here.
flexing on you, Ann.
No, I know. But he was like, a budget book. I'm like, okay, great. But not everybody has a budget book.
That's true.
Or even a pen and paper to write. Well, they do have pen and paper. They just don't write down. But we're going to talk about.
Or if you have a quill.
A quill, anything.
Ink.
Your iPhone, your Android. We don't give a dang.
Your Nokia.
I'm going to throw out a few tips. And then at the end, I'm actually going to throw out a challenge that we are going to start February 1st all the way until the end of 2025. And hopefully everybody keeps it up for the rest of their lives. But
one day at a time.
Yeah, one day at a time. So as we all know, during the holidays between October all the way to December, we spend a lot of money between Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and in our household we had a birthday. We spent a crap ton of money. And is it necessary? I don't know. Maybe not.
Yes.
We can always be minimalists,
Well, not
great documentary
gifts.
on Netflix, by the way. But thank you, Brenda.
You're giving gifts to people.
Okay, you're giving gifts, but you're not giving gifts to people who actually need it. We can go to a soup kitchen, donate some food or something for
I
the
will
needy.
actually say sentimental gifts are the price doesn't matter. So continue. I'm sorry.
Well, no, price doesn't matter, but we overspend.
Yes.
We overindulge because I know in my house we cooked a lot of food. We had food for, oh my gosh, we had so much food.
I must definitely overdo everything. So yeah.
Yeah. So now it's time for us to get back on track with our finances because some of us went into credit card debt. Let's be honest. Some of y'all went into credit card debt. It's okay. But we need to get back on track, start paying off cars and houses and setting up college funds and all that good crap and, getting back to things that matter, like paying your electricity bill. So the first thing everybody needs to know is their numbers. And when I say your numbers, how much money do you have coming in every month?
43 cents.
How much do you have going out? That means your electricity, your bills, all your subscriptions.
$67.43.
Oh, so you negative. You hella negative.
Yes.
Yes, hella negative. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are those numbers looking like? That is something you need to know. Because also you need to look at those numbers and be like, okay, my income is less than my outgo. So if my numbers are less than my income is less than my outgo, I need to cut some things. I might not need Netflix, Hulu, Amazon subscription.
No good thing has come out on Netflix for the past 50
Didn't I just
years.
tell you the documentary called Minimalist is good? It's great.
Oh, I can read a book on it.
Okay, fine. Read a book on it. But listen, and I'm guilty of that. I have a lot of subscriptions. Do I need them all? Probably not.
Yeah.
I probably genuinely really do not.
How many items do you have in your Amazon cart?
In my Amazon cart? Oh, bro, stop playing with me. You know I got about 100 and some odd items.
I thought you had like 2,000 at one point.
I did have 2,000 at one point, but I did go in for New Year's and
good.
start
That
clearing
was
out. I did. He's not even lying. I really genuinely did. He was like, oh, what about this? And I was scrolling and scrolling.
I'm so happy that you went through it.
I did.
Look at us go.
Look, I was like, I really genuinely don't need that. Like, I seriously don't. And there's things in there, like, honestly, and it's not just my Amazon. For me personally, it's other stuff. Like, so it's knowing your numbers, knowing what that is. And then setting clear goals. Let's set some goals. What can we get rid of? What can we cut?
Tangible.
What do we basically, what do you need? Start with your needs, your necessities, like your house. Whether you're renting or you're paying a mortgage, that needs to be one of the things that come out. Your electricity, if you're paying a water bill, your car payment, your car insurance, homeowner's insurance or renter's insurance.
Yeah.
These things need to come out. Your food bill. That's another thing. You got to get realistic. We as human beings buy more than we eat sometimes. And we all know food is high. So it's like literally, if that means you got to eat chicken, rice, and veggies every flipping night.
I've literally been doing just eggs.
Yeah. You need to boil down your menu because you need to eat. That's not the problem. But you also need to be very budget friendly and conscious of your consistency.
It's also like writing it out, seeing the numbers, having it tangibly be a thing that you can see. That number is always going to be the same.
Yeah.
It's always going to be finite. So delegate it properly to where you can leave some behind, to where when the holidays or something rolls around that you want to do, or God forbid something bad happens, you have a cushion to fall back on. Mm-hmm. That is kind of what I'm getting from what you're saying. Yes,
absolutely. And like basically summing it up, prioritize. Anyway.
Prioritize.
Yep, that's the word. I can spell it for y'all. Your needs over your wants. I don't know why I can't say it, but your needs over your wants. Practice the 50-30 rule. 50% is your needs, 30 is your wants, 20 is your savings. With that being said, this is where the challenge comes in, people. And I'm not going to do 20% because some of y'all really do need to look at your numbers. I know I had to look at my numbers and I was like, "Ooh."
She's going to do this with me after. So.
Yeah, so I had to look at my numbers. And like I said, I added a whole nother addition and I got to get realistic. But take at least, if you can do 20, amen, hallelujah, praise the Lord. And we will have this on our Instagram page, everybody, as well. These tips and exactly what the 50-30-20 rule is, but we'll also have the challenge on there as well. But at least 10% of your monthly income and put it in your savings. Like I have a savings attached to my bank account that is easily accessible. But if you cannot look at that money and not touch it for the rest of this year, then get you a separate savings account at a whole different bank. Do not get a card at all. It's going to make your butt have to go into the bank. Mm-hmm. If it's too hot, too cold, and you lazy like me, you ain't going to the bank. But separate that money if you need to and go to a different bank, but save at least 10%. I challenge everybody to do that of your monthly income.
See, I did that same thing. And a lot of jobs, if whoever's listening has one where they can take, like my job, for example, as opposed to my very lucrative podcast earnings, my day job, I'm able to set on whatever app how much of a paycheck I want to go to another bank. And that way it's out of sight, out of mind. I don't even have the app. I can't look at it. It just is automatic. So I started that probably 6 months ago.
Yep.
I haven't checked it. I walked across the street and did it. It's just with money.
Yeah. Because, I mean, we are, guilty if we see it. We feel like we have to spend it.
Yes.
Especially if we are already practicing bad habits.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah. And so, like I said, this will be on our Instagram page.
I will be doing it.
Yes, we
all will be doing it.
Yes, we have our assistant producer Ducky over here. She's doing it. Yeah. So
my cat will be doing it.
The cat that we ran away, that came back, ran away.
He ran away again?
Roxy June never came back.
You're telling me this now?
Yeah,
cut the episode. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, she never came back.
No, it's okay.
She might come back, but I think she's very happy wherever she's at.
I need an animal, you know.
Do you?
No. What
I'm
is
like,
there any other points on the? I'm super in on this challenge. I kind of love it. I like. See, for me, what I'm probably gonna do is, since I already have the bank account, I'll take out 10%, go into that. I'll use my other 10%, get it in cash, put it somewhere, undisclosed location. That
he ghetto. He gonna put it underneath his mattress. He's gonna cut a hole in the mattress and put it in the mattress.
I'm gonna put it in the cocoa butter shea soap bottle when it's empty.
Real ratchet. Real ratchet. But yeah, that is the challenge. And stay tuned to next week, because I may add some more tips, may not, we just do a check in to see where we are with this budget. We are going to
get more. I like we'll check in. Also, we are going to get a little more consistent with holidays and just all the things that brings. We're sorry for lack of episodes, but we will get more on a familiar schedule.
Yes, because Anna likes to party like a rock star, clearly.
And I'm avoiding partying like.
Well, that's why we didn't do episodes. Anna was partying like a rock star. He really wasn't, but I was, definitely.
I think we
both were like,
What's the time? Do we have a timer?
Yeah. No, we are good.
Okay, I say we boil it down to 1. Which one do you want? Okay.
Oh, Lord.
What is in style right now that you can't stand?
Crop tops. I think
I love that.
some people look good in them. Some people do not.
I don't think anybody needs a crop top.
Listen.
Unless, no, I take it
So
back.
my thing is crop tops for women that are on the heavier side can look good, but you have to wear a certain pants length in the waist. Like it's got to be a higher waist, because you don't want to look like you have that muffin top. That is what I have the problem with. And I know some of these young ladies, and I'm older. Ooh, that's rough. But I'm old school. You have no reason to jiggle. I don't care how big, how skinny. You do not have no reason to jiggle. I'm not saying you got to go and die, but what I am saying, you do have to put on a girdle or something. So,
Jeez.
But so I don't really like them. And then we have the young ladies that are, they're on the smaller side, who will wear them at the most inappropriate times.
Yeah.
I'm like, babe, we going to church. There is no reason for you to have on a crop top, some jeans, and a blazer.
Watching. Jesus is
like
watching.
That is not appropriate.
Yep.
So, if we can just slide them somewhere, I'll be all right with it.
Yep.
That's the one that really bulls me up. And like I said, I'm a particular aged woman, and I have a crop top. But guess what this girl is doing? She putting a damn shirt underneath it, and I'm like, and I'm wearing pants that are high enough because, like I said, muffin tops, you jiggling, like there should not be.
Nobody wants to see the jiggle.
When has there ever been an earthquake happen and it trembles prior? So I'm like, no, I really can't. I can't do it. Like, no, there should not be an aftermath to it.
Probably for me, I have to pee, so she's gonna entertain you. What's one thing?
Straight up just told all his family business.
What's in style right now that I can't stand? Injustice.
Wow. And the drop mic. Okay, injustice. Okay, I think everybody, that's been in style for many years. I don't know how he said that was. Yeah, that's been in style since, I don't know, slavery. I mean, wow, I don't even know how to. Okay, injustice. He's going to have to come back and explain that because, Lord, yes, but he is right. Injustice, Maybe I should have said that. That probably would have been so much better. Yeah. Ducky, do you want to jump on the mic and tell us what you think is in style you can't stand? Oh, Lord. Ducky's shy.
I don't know.
Okay.
She doesn't have it. Okay, please talk about this injustice, because I'm going to go on a limb and say it's been going on since slavery began. And slavery wasn't just with the black
Before
folks.
that, it's not actually injustice. I think the thing that's really frustrating currently, what's in style.
Injustice does seem like it's in style.
Yeah, I know what I have to say.
What?
Booty shorts.
Booty shorts. Ducky said booty shorts.
I'm in on that too.
Yes, your underwear and shorts should not match.
Depends. I'm a guy. Yeah, guys just, I don't know when guys thought it was cool to do that. For me, gym clothes. And not gym clothes like what you wear to, but when did that become people's whole personality? Like Gymshark or Fablet or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
These brands, and people get it at like 80% off. And oh my God, they have such a good sale. What Taiwanese kid lost their life stitching your crappy sweatshop t-shirt that you think is the cool thing? It might just be the area I'm in. I
think so.
like to find clothes that aren't brand new. I'm not going to order shit. So for me, maybe this is on my hippy dippy train of recycling or whatever, but I don't fuck with those brands even a little bit. There's no cool designs. Prove me wrong. And the names are corny, and the people that wear them need to find a personality. Goodbye.
So Noah lost a whole bunch of friends. I'm his only one.
Okay, for loungewear, I get it. If you're wearing that, it's like the crop top. Just like, you can make that shit. Like, I don't need a stupid logo.
Naked, just wear the shit you wore when you were 5.
Or whatever you have. It's like basically underwear at this point also. Can we be honest?
That's what it is. Absolutely, that's what it is.
All right. Wait, do you agree with me on that or no?
I do agree with you.
Or do we have static there? We don't have static?
No, we don't have static.
Okay, good. I hope we find static with somebody, because I have a very I will step to static, but not you. Never you.
I can definitely tell you some of our followers are those people that wear those brands.
Well, okay.
And they wear them heavily. Yeah, they wear them heavily.
Well, no, it's not. I just like the planet. Can I boil it down to that?
You do like the planet.
And
I like the planet too.
The more emissions that are made by making these shitty ass clothes that do not hug these people in the right places, I'm telling you, y'all.
Like I said, you should not be jiggling, baby.
All right, ask another question before I keep going. I told you I could go on the. It went from injustice.
Like, I'm telling you, honey, no, you shouldn't. What life experience? That's another thing. The 5-year-old, she turned 5 and she body checks people. She body checks people. She was like, at her birthday, she was like, Monty. And she just kind of looked at me and she's like, I said, and I looked and I seen this woman that was jiggling. You know, you can tell she had money, so there was no reason for her not to buy a girdle, but she was jiggling, baby.
I'm also not, and I'm not against people's bodies. Like,
I'm not against people's bodies, but
I'm against
some things are inappropriate.
What they put them in.
Yes.
Okay. That's my stance. Anna has a completely different stance, it seems like.
I've been a plus size woman. That's how I know.
Oh.
Like, you should not. Like, there's a problem. I look good in my damn clothes.
That's true.
I'm not jiggling. My titties ain't on the floor.
And it's also just self-awareness, I feel like.
Yeah, and I'm not. Like, I'm not saying I don't have roles. What I'm saying is they're not hanging over my damn pants. That's for sure.
That is true.
I'm not. No, there's nothing attractive about that. No woman, no man has ever got or attracted the opposite sex or the same sex by jiggling like that and looking.
You'd be surprised. These people are
have low self
diabolical.
No, them mofos have low self-esteem.
Okay.
Anyway, what life experience did you build up in your head but were disappointed by?
I'm not sure.
Okay, you think about that. Let me tell you. So we talked about this before because I think sometimes because I don't, if anybody's listened to this show or anybody knows me off the show knows I'm not a gentle parent. I have 2 different kids with 2 different personalities. I have one that shits out glitter. The other one, he half shits out glitter. Another time he half shits out shit. So great kids as an overall. They're going to be something amazing when they grow up. I know they will be. But I don't gentle parent and I shoot it straight to them. So prior to us getting these kids, actually when my husband and I met 6 months after we had met, moved in together, we wanted to have kids, realized we had issues, went down the whole rabbit hole, still going down the whole rabbit hole. But God blessed us with these 2 kids. Amen. Hallelujah. However, on the flip side of that, I thought that parenting was like the Wizard of Oz, kind of like going down the yellow brick road with a few little turbulence, you know? I kind of thought my experience was going to be like how my mom's looked or how my, how I seen other people's look. No.
Well, you have a different
vantage
point.
Yeah. They came already built.
And you were a kid viewing other people do it, or...
Yes. So I'm a little disappointed.
It's a little harder in the trenches.
Yeah, I'm in the trenches right now, yeah. So I'm not disappointed by being a parent. I think I'm disappointed because I'm going through some stuff right now.
Yeah.
Not me, with my kids, whatever. Because she's a teenager. But I just, I guess I see other people, but also at the same time, they got 9 months and now they're going through the whole thing. They get to mold this child. I came with 2 children that are already kind of semi-molded, and I have to tear down some things that aren't right, and deal with issues that other people have inflicted upon them. But anyways.
No, I get it. For me, it's probably... I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Just being an adult in general. Can I answer the last question again? If I was to answer the last question again, it would be people. So with the sobriety thing, I'm also lumping 2 other things in there, and I'll divulge one of the other 2 things. And it's social media. Nobody cares about you or what pictures you post. If I see another photo dump, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
And I was going to I had quite a few of them to put up. No,
we're good.
I'm just joking.
We're good. I like your stuff.
I'm just joking. I don't have no photo
but
dump.
if I have to see a random photo of a room with sunlight hitting the right way or a yawning animal, oh my gosh, the amount of... Let's get away. I think we should all know less about each other. I think that... for 2025. Yeah. And if I ever if somebody starts getting there with me, I'm going to be like, I'm just going to hold up my hand, stop, talk to somebody about it. This is not me. I'm not qualified. And honestly, if I was qualified, I wouldn't care. So
he's not making no money off that.
Yeah, I think we've got 2 free balling with shit. That here I am saying that after divulging a whole bunch of shit about what I'm going through currently. But
that's just a portion of your life, though.
Portion, very small. Very small portion. What would the title of your autobiography be?
What the hell are we doing now?
Bye. Comments. I think mine would be, oops.
I did it again.
Nope, just oops. Just oops. Oops. Fuck. Shit. Sorry. Damn it. Take it back. Will you forgive me? No? Okay, cool. I get it. It's a long title, but it's working. It's in the works.
It worked.
That would be a very long cover.
So, you guys,
Is it time?
it is time for you to close us out with the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo.
Yes, and we're right at the end of our incense, which is actually like perfect
It's so
timing.
amazing.
Perfect timing. Okay, so the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. Today, on January 17th, it's The Friction of Being Visible. This quote is by William James. It is only by risking ourselves from 1 hour to another that we live at all. The quote by the excerpt by Mark Nepo. Living through enough, we all come to this understanding, though it is difficult to accept. No matter what path we choose to honor, there will always be conflict to negotiate. If we choose to avoid all conflict with others, we will eventually breed a poisonous conflict within ourselves. Likewise, if we manage to attend our inner lives, who we are, sooner or later, create some discord with those who would rather have us be something else. In effect, the cost of being who you are is that you can't possibly meet everyone's expectations, and so there will inevitably be external conflict to deal with. The friction of being visible. Still, the cost of not being who you are is that while you are busy pleasing everyone around you, a precious part of you is dying inside. In this case, there will be internal conflict to deal with, the friction of being visible. As for me, it's taken me 30... Whoa, I'm not 30, y'all. But as for Mark Nepo, it has taken him 30 of his 49 years to realize that not being who I am is more deadly, and it has taken the last 19 years to try to make a practice of this. What this means, in a daily way, is that I have to be conscientious about being truthful and resist the urge to accommodate my truth away. Oof. I have to be conscientious about being truthful and resist the urge to accommodate my truth away. Boom. If y'all just heard that part, that's all you needed. It means that being who I really am is not forbidden or muted just because others are comfortable or don't want to hear it. The great examples are legendary: Nelson Mandela, Gandhi, Sir Thomas More, Rosa Parks. But we don't have to be great to begin. We simply have to start by saying what we really want for dinner or which movie we really want to see.
Amen.
Amen.
Y'all, thank you for joining us on our first episode of 2025.
The new year.
Woo!
Yes, everybody.
And check out our Instagram, and in a couple of months, we will be having merchandise come out. So,
And thank y'all for listening.
thank you, and we is out.
I think that went well.
I done fucked up.